Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel for another small closet declutter and organize with me video. This time we're tackling my tiny entryway closet. It's been a huge mess for a while and we really need this space to function better for us. We're enlisting the help of our sponsor Cricut and the Container Store to get this space organized, as well as totally revamping the space with new shelving. This is such a satisfying transformation and you will not believe the end result after seeing what a huge disaster it was before. I love sharing small space organizing videos here on my channel, so if this is your first time here and you need some help organizing small spaces in your home, be sure to subscribe to my channel and let's get into the video. So of course, this is the before. As you can see, it was a huge disaster. We had way too many coats in there for just 3 people wearing coats in this house. There were shoes everywhere. It was just not functioning at all. There was also a really terrible red carpet, which you guys will see in a second, that we wanted to rip up. So the first thing that I'm going to do is remove every single thing from out of the closet so I can see what space I'm working with and we can figure out exactly what we want to do with it. This carpet, I will never understand why someone would put that into a space, but it's just awful. So we're going to rip that out, and I was very surprised to find that there was hardwood underneath it. We've not found any hardwood underneath any other carpet in our home except for in this closet. So I will never understand why someone would cover that up with a red carpet, but to each their own. So now we're going to clean the space out because there was a ton of staples in the floor holding down the carpet and it was just very dirty and dusty. To save a little bit of money, I just reused this rod and I spray painted it white. My husband and I went to Home Depot and we bought a bunch of wood so we could make shelves and framing for the shelves. So right now he's just cutting all that up for me and getting it ready. Like I said, there were a ton of staples in the floor sticking up out of the floor, so I really was careful to go around and make sure I got all of them out with a pair of pliers. They were very sharp and dangerous, and I would absolutely hate for one of my kids to walk into this closet and hurt themselves. When did the magic stop for us? Oh, Emily, when did you fall right out of love? Oh, Emily, when did the magic stop for us? Oh, but Emily, you are the part of me I feel. It will kill me when you leave and close my door. Oh, Emily. Now that we've kind of deconstructed the closet, we're going to switch over to some organizing ideas before we revamp the space and put it all together again. As I mentioned earlier, I will be using my Cricut Joy to create custom labels for my Container Store products to organize my things. For these projects, I'm using Cricut transfer tape and smart vinyl. One thing I knew I definitely needed to organize was our supply of hats, gloves, and masks and make them just easy to grab when we're headed out the door. So we're going to do that first. To do this, we're going to use Cricut's free software, Design Space. In this software, I can quickly and easily create my custom labels. I can pick from a practically endless variety of fonts, make them whatever size I need, and it takes probably 2 minutes to prepare. Design Space can be used on both a desktop and on your mobile device, and either way you choose to go, it's simple and user-friendly. It's not intimidating at all. The Cricut Joy is key if you're into organization. It's compact and it packs a big punch. You can create everything from professional looking labels to custom cards, personalized decals, and more. Bluetooth is built in, so connecting your Joy to either your desktop or your phone is super easy. You can either use Design Space or the Cricut Joy app. The Joy app is perfect for quick and easy projects, and Design Space is great if you're looking to customize just a little bit more. Once I've created my design, all I have to do is click Make It and follow the prompts on Cricut Design Space to load my material and hit go. My Cricut Joy does all the intricate cuts for me, and I'm ready to label and organize within a few minutes. I made 3 labels for this first project, one for hats, one for gloves, and one for masks. Like I said, I just want these things all organized and ready to go when we're running out the door if we need them. Here I'm just using my weeding tool to remove excess vinyl and then to actually transfer these over to my containers. I'll place a piece of Cricut transfer tape over top of my labels, and that will pick up my vinyl and allow me to place it easily onto my containers. I always find this part to be the most satisfying when I'm creating labels. So like I said, I used my transfer tape to pick them up and then easily place them onto my containers. This makes it really easy to make sure all of your letters and everything are all lined up. You're not picking them up individually and trying to place them down yourself. They look so professional and clean every single time.
Say something that will change my mind. Gotta give me something, 'cause I'm not blind. And I don't know how to enjoy it.
When my labels were done, I went ahead and decluttered and sorted everything into their appropriate bins before I moved on to my next organizing project. Everything was just kind of shoved into one container before, which was obviously not functional and made it near impossible to find what we were searching for. So sorting these into 3 separate bins makes a huge difference, and I'm sure this will save us some time on busy mornings when we're running out the door. Make sure that you stay tuned until the end of the video to see how these bins ended up looking in the space.
Wasting time. I don't know how to enjoy it. Every time you tell me it's not there, I suppose that we won't stand a chance.
For my next organization project, we're going to use my Joy again along with this divided turntable from the Container Store. I really like this because it's customizable. The dividers are removable, so you can remove some if you need more space in one of the sections. What I thought I could use this for was our sunscreens, bug spray, hand sanitizer, and lint rollers. They were being stored in our sideboard right when you walk in, and it was pure chaos. The turntable fits perfectly into the same cabinet and everything is way easier to access and find when we need it. Again, these are things I just want us to be able to grab easily when we're running out the door. So once again, I used Cricut Design Space to create my labels. I picked a nice, simple, clean looking font for this project and I love it. So we're going to follow the exact same process, creating the labels in Design Space, selecting Make It, and following the prompts to load up my material and go. Once the joy is done cutting, I'll use my weeding tool to remove the excess vinyl and my transfer tape to pick up my labels and transfer them over onto my turntable.
I know we've been through a lot, holding hands while screaming at each other. And I don't know how to start, but I still love you like I do. It breaks my heart.
These labels made all the difference. They look so cute and I love the way that they turned out. You guys have seen me use my Cricut on endless projects, and the Joy is my personal favorite Cricut machine. It's just so easy to use, it's compact and easy to take with you from room to room or even place to place to quickly work on a project. I've even brought mine to work with me in the past to help out a coworker with some labels. So if you love to organize, a Cricut Joy will be your new best friend. They're now available in the Container Store. It's a one-stop shop to get everything you need to get organized. I'll have a link to the Container Store website down below where you can pick up a Cricut Joy and all the supplies you need to get yourself organized. Now we're going to work on sanding down and then staining our shelves. I decided I wanted to stain the shelves and do something a little bit different for this closet. For the other ones, I've kind of just gone for an all white look, but I felt like this just might switch things up a little bit. A lot of people have like really cute built-ins when you walk into their house and like a hall tree, and it looks so nice, but we just don't have the space for that. And in our small house, if we removed the door and tried to do something similar, I think it would just look extremely cluttered. So this was the best I could do to kind of keep things a little bit fun without going full on like I've seen other people's spaces. So we're going to use the stain Early American, which is one of my favorites, to just add a little bit of color to the space instead of all white. I stained 4 shelves total, so there's one shelf at the very top of the closet like any standard closet would have, and then the other 3 all went along the bottom, and those were for shoes and for the bins that we labeled. So I really wanted to do this because I felt like if I had wider boards that went all the way across the closet, I would be able to organize our shoes a lot better. I'd have the floor to organize some, and then the next 2 shelves, and then I'd have the final shelf for the bins. I just felt like this was going to work the best for us, and it did end up working out really nice, as you guys will see at the end. While I was sanding and staining, my husband was kind of framing out the closet so we could easily put our shelves in there, and then we also painted it. So we're just using Smoky White by Behr to paint the closet. We've been using this same color to paint the rest of our house, so we really like it, and we just figured we would also use it in the closet because we had it, and we also already had painting supplies, so that was nice that we didn't have to run out and grab any of those. This step is probably unnecessary. You don't have to paint your closet or do any of this in order to organize the space, but it definitely just helps it look a lot cleaner and nicer. At this point, we had DoorDashed some lunch and I finished mine first, so then I got to work on the rest of the painting. While my husband was eating, we actually had my mom watch the kids for us on this day so we could get all of this done in one day, which was awesome because normally our projects take us a really long time between taking care of the baby and then we have our almost 5-year-old who's just very demanding of our attention. So it was really nice to just bang out this project in one day. Like I said, we put 3 shelves along the bottom for our shoe storage and the bin storage. So my husband is installing those for me now.
I've been holding on, I wouldn't let you go. 'Cause every time I try, you find a loophole. I've been slamming the door and just leave you cold. When I come back, you've heated up the South Pole. You see my body rush for the escape. Want my heart.
The next thing that we needed to do was go through all of our jackets because we had just an insane excess of jackets. So now that the weather is starting to warm up a little bit, we figured we didn't need our winter coats in there anymore. So we took all of those out and we put them into a winter jackets bin that we're storing in our basement. And then we donated a whole bunch so we could really narrow down our jacket collection and just save us a ton of space in the closet. And now the fun part, which is putting everything back into the closet. So the first thing that I'm doing is putting our bins in, and it kind of took me a minute to figure out how I wanted to configure these, but I did end up putting them back on the top shelf on the left, but I do like to keep in the parts where I kind of remove things and move them around and stuff, just to show you guys that we do not always get it right on the first try. I got this little set of hooks from the Container Store and I'm using that to store Carson's backpack and also our keys. The way we were storing our keys before was not good. We were throwing it onto the top of our sideboard when you walk in and it was actually damaging the surface. So I needed a new solution for the keys. Now one more time, I'm going to share with you guys the before so you can remember what an absolute disaster this closet was before we got to organizing it. And here is the after. It looks so much better. There's so much less clutter. Everything has a place, and I feel like we've really utilized the vertical space as much as we possibly could. This space functions a lot better for us. I'm actually able to use it, whereas before I dreaded even opening the closet door because I knew what a mess it was going to be. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I want to say a big thank you to Cricut for sponsoring today's video. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel if you're new and you enjoy organizing and decluttering videos, and I hope I'll see you again next week for another video.